So hot on the heels of the last video, I thought let's keep playing with these. Now, I chucked it on the logic analyzer, and when you push the mode button and it does its reset, now this doesn't happen when you put the battery in, oddly enough, but when it goes and resets when you hit the mode button, it does this during its reset, and it writes to an address there, and there's I think it's just writing all zeros. This appears to be what they call a page write, so they set up the address and then there's a bunch of bytes written there at once. So in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I think, but possibly 7, but yeah. And it does that a couple of times, and then it does another write there, then it does another write there, but then straight, and that just writes one byte and then straight into a read. So I'm not sure if it's confirming what it's written, but it does a few read and writes at the end there. I thought, okay. Then I went and I was thinking, shall I read the EEPROM as it sits and see if those writes have actually gone and stored in the chip correctly? And then I went to get the oscilloscope, and I thought I'll just check the levels of these, the voltage levels, and then I thought, hang on, I recall one of the batteries being at 2.7 volts, and they're a 3-volt coin cell. So yeah. So I checked it, and it was 2.7, so I thought, alright, well, let's just wander over here. And then get ourselves a nice fully charged 3-volt fully charged cell. And pop that in there. And it does its little wake up dance now. So I popped in the battery, and then I pushed the mode button just to see what it would do. Lo and behold, it's working. How about that? Totally forgot that the battery wasn't fully charged, and I was thinking, well, usually it doesn't matter. You can go down a little bit in this sort of device and they still function, but obviously when it's trying to write to an EEPROM and it has to have enough voltage there to do so, then when the chip's already rated it down to a low voltage, there's a difference there that's at some point it's not going to work. Alright, let's see if it'll count when I push the start button. Yay! Stop. Now what happens if I push reset? So that just resets the whole screen, when before it was resetting the whole thing. Cool. We've got mode, we've got different modes. Hey, and it works. That's all it was. So at the end of the day, the EEPROMs go corrupt after a certain number of write cycles, I guess, after a certain age. And the actual stopwatch program is not stored in the EEPROM clearly, because you know the data varied between them, and the new one, just popping it in there as it is like I did, no difference. So there we are. I didn't need to do anything more. Just chuck in a blank EEPROM. I'll do that to the other 3. And I'll just chuck a blank one in, and I don't think it's going to matter a bit. I have a feeling this one was the one I wrote back the original just to see if it would work, because the blank one didn't. But honestly, I don't think it's going to matter a bean. You got to be kidding me. This is one of the other ones, and I just stuck the good battery in it. And look at that. So I thought he tried new batteries. This is a joke. He must have tried a crap brand of battery, perhaps. I don't know. But that one's working. But there is another one. Well, there's another one that is working too. So 2 out of 4. But then the other one's not working. So there may still be a problem with these. It may just not be the EEPROM, but it might be that maybe the EEPROM gets damaged when the battery gets too low. Maybe there's a glitch there. But clearly this doesn't need an EEPROM. Like, no issue there. Yeah, but the other one doesn't. So if I put the good battery in this one, oh, and now it does. What the? Something weird going on with these. What? Okay. It didn't do that before. Maybe it was just glitching because it... Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm at a loss because I know I tried the good battery in the first one that we changed the EEPROM on. And you have to wonder, why couldn't I write to that EEPROM? There's definitely something funny going on there. Maybe this is about to fail because it glitched before, but then now it's not glitching. It's really weird. Nah, I can't get it to do it. I put in a bad battery and had it do its glitch reset and quickly swapped it out. Nah, I can't get it to fault. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that one. Unbelievable. So, alright. We have 4 working units now. There you go. Double check your batteries. Make sure you've got a good quality one. There are some brands out there, believe it or not. This one seems alright. But I don't know what the current draw is on them, but there are some out there that can't support a high current draw. For example, car remotes, they're no good for. But I always found Energizer to be solid. So anyway, maybe I stand corrected. Maybe this is not such a bad model after all. So yeah, hope you learned something, and thanks for watching. See you next time.